I'm getting ready to restore this leaf type wheelbarrow. Now this was in the previous video that I'm probably going to delete. That I used Gorilla Glue on, and there's some of it down there. It didn't hold too well after a while, so found something that should work. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is make sure everything's really clean. If you can get most of any previous glue off, that's fine. Anything that's loose, take off. Okay, and then things have to be able to match up like this. If you have a big piece missing, that might be a problem. But what we want is to do small sections at a time and work your way around, and we're going to cover this whole thing and make it usable again. Well, some things you're going to want is this leak seal that Rustoluim makes. It's really good. It seals leaks, cracks, insulates, watertight, and paintable. This is the fabric that you use to keep weeds back in your garden. So I'm using pieces and scraps of that from previous jobs, a pair of scissors, and you need protective gloves because if you get this on your hand, you're going to need mineral spirits to wash it off. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is take this, put one coat on, and then we'll put the piece on it and then put another coat on there. And I'll get that in a situation where I can record it for you. Okay, I'm doing this part of the video because I don't show this in all the videos because of the mess. I'm holding the video doing this and holding the camera and so on. So what I did is I cut a piece of the weed guard to the specs of this. I drilled a hole down here to stop the craft from going any further. This is the Rustoluim leak seal. Shaking it up. I'm going to spray it. It went all over the place, so it does make a mess. So make it wide enough to cover this guy. Now, you need your glove. You're going to be going through a lot of these. All right, so if you didn't get on top here, you could. All right, so don't worry about the mess. It goes with the decor, I guess. Mask this down. Okay, get the air bubbles out. Okay, move it along. It's okay if you take this and go over it. Okay, bring this up and go over it. It's okay because we're going to put another layer of this on top. Okay, so in the videos that you'll see, I do not show you putting it down first, putting this on top. And then what I'm going to do is take this and spray it again. Yeah, a little burst. Just get a complete drench down, and there it is. It's solid. It's going to, once this dries, they'll never come apart again, and is flexible. And you know, the garbage man can sit there and pound it on his truck as much as he wants. It's not going to break. So now on to the video of what's coming up next, like wheelbarrows and so on. So this is how it's done with each part and piece of the upcoming video. Okay, I have it from here all the way to about right here, and it stays tacky enough to where you can just keep moving it out to get to stick down. You sort of kind of want this coat to dry a bit, get all the air bubbles out of that, let it dry a bit, okay, and then put another coat on top of this. Let that dry, then go to your next session and next session already. See, right here we could probably put a piece on while we're on this side, so I'm going to get another piece and do this. Try to get as much as anything else off you can. This is not sealed down yet. You see it right there. So I'm going to work on this first, and I'm going to push this down and get the rest. This will be flexible by that time. Once you're able to get a whole side on, like this whole back end is done, put another coat on top of it, of the spray, and then take your fingers and kind of mesh down all the netting. Make it as flat as possible. There will be some play between two different levels. Don't worry about that because this is flexible material, so it's going to work with it, and it shouldn't break that much. So we're going to see just how good Rustoluim is. You will go through a lot of these gloves, okay? So make sure you have a good package, a good supply of them, because basically on one area you're going to be using a glove and then taking it off to let it dry. Now I'm going to reinforce the inside also, so we have two different sides actually being reinforced. Not too shabby so far. A lot of good stuff there. I might want to put another coat on top of that one before it's all said and done, but that looks like it's well coated. Another coat on top of that one when I overlap it, so I'm going to be overlapping quite a bit. All right, so I might have to put a little weight on this because what you want to do is kind of close the gap as much as you can without destroying anything else. Up there is moving away. That's okay because we're going to be moving this one together somehow. while that one's curing. If it's not, hey, it's okay. Well, that's the finished bottom. It's still drying. I'm going to let it probably sit overnight. It's going to rain tonight. Don't even know if the rain's going to interfere with the drying process. But it should be ready for Christmas in April, because I just got the wood delivered, and there it is way over there. Alright, so supposed to be going in tomorrow, and I think they're going to use this for leaves anyway. But after it dries, what I want to do is turn it over. I should be able to take that spray and just spray it on the inside with no fabric, because all it is sealing it up and giving it flexibility, reinforcing. So let's see what happens tomorrow when if it actually passed the tests. Better than that one did, at least. Alright, once it's kind of dry and you can turn it over, you need to press down and make them as flat as possible. So I put a couple pieces of wood in there to do that. Clean up as much as you can. I swept aside the dirt because I don't want to tip it over again. Just as long as the spray has something to grip on. So I'm going to spray from there all the way down, and probably back there. I'm not going to go that way until we remove the wood. So it looks like it's going to work out pretty good. Well, I found that doing this, because it's such a big gap, I had to actually get down there and spray it inside the gap to fill it up. So don't know how down there is going to be too well, but I'm not really worried about it. I think it's got enough in there to hold it. And it's also using up the can pretty quick. So I do have that part going that way to still do. Should have that, but it's taking looking like it's taking about a can to do this job. So even if it's $10, $11 for a can, still worth beating buying a whole new wheelbarrow. Here we go. Finally got a couple bags of cement. It's pretty solid down here. Okay, we'll see if it actually holds now. 2 bags, 80 pounds apiece. Here it goes. Okay, 1. It's in there. Let's see if it holds. Looking pretty good. Okay, 2. Okay, now it's 160 pounds. Look at that. That is holding just fine. I'm going to shake it around. That's holding really good. That's all. I mean, you're never going to stick 160 pounds worth of leaves and stuff inside this. 160 pounds, works like new. Love it. Hope you liked the video. Finally able to finish this thing after how many weeks, right? So, hey, keep an eye on that metal one that I'm doing too, okay? If you have a metal wheelbarrow, I'm working on the holes on that one. So subscribe, see a lot more videos like this. Or anything around the house. So a whole bunch of them. Take care. Bye.